Bisola, you are already on air.
Okay, ma, call me, ma.
So you can start your presentation now.
All right, ma. Yeah. Hello, ma. Good evening,
I
everyone.
can hear you.
Okay. I have a little problem,
Okay,
but
Bisola,
yes, ma.
see, ignore every problem and just start your presentation. I told you my mic is going to be muted. If I unmute my mic, it's going to affect the network of the presentation. It's going to affect it
Okay,
seriously.
ma.
So just go on with the presentation. If I have any reason to interrupt you, I will do that using our group chat here on Hangout. I'm sure you know where it is located on your system. As you're
Okay, ma.
online now, the chat we can communicate with. So I'll do that. I'm going to
Okay, ma.
give you iMessage now so you can see it.
Okay, ma.
Right. So
Good
you can
evening,
go.
everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. My honorable mentor and my colleagues here. This is a business game presentation by batch 0609, Group 7, Group 32, Circle 7 of MMM Guidance School, July 2017. Group Circle member Jeloye, and then Ania Bisola, the third person, Bill Gates. Task 1. Receive all information needed in order to become manager, leader in MMM global community. Now, you have an important task. Enter in a new country and then develop MMM global there. This new country will be, as starting resource, you have internet, a team, knowledge received in MMM, $50,000. Within 15 minutes, we are to analyze and develop a plan of action. We must specify the number of registration and deposits we would achieve over the period. The money for the task is $50,000. So the objective of the task is to create awareness about MMM in to people in Thailand, making the people to know what MMM is all about, its ideology and how it works, its rules, benefits, and the risks and cautions involved. So the background information. Thailand is a focused country of the study. It is located at the center of the Indonesia Peninsula in Southeast Asia. Thailand has a total of 67,926,261 people by 2010 estimate. It is the second largest economy in Southeast Asia after Indonesia. The major occupation is farming, manufacturing and tourism. Thailand has 76 provinces with a total of 887 districts, while its capital is Bangkok. Literacy rate is 93.5%. The currency is baht and 34.6 Thai baht equal to $1 in Thailand. 10.9% of the population lives below the national. As of 2013, over 80% of the country 7 million are poor. They are poor. Moreover, 6.7 million were living within 20% about the national poverty line and remained vulnerable to fall back into poverty. So they will be received to accept the ideology of financial freedom. The people that do not believe the other making money and hear of the wonderful bonus is numerous smaller language spoken in Arc from Yaman south to the Chinese border. Preparatory plan, tools and knowledge acquired. We have internet. The resident should be located to high-speed broadband environment for good communication, spreading the MMM message and training slash seminar. Number 2 is the guidance school. We have obtained the following knowledge from the manager school. Facebook, we create a community page, boosting it with a daily budget. Google account, Google Doc and spreadsheets. The ability to create a school or training in the cloud while presenting MMM ideology. YouTube channels, the ability to bring mass media in recording form to a large number of the connected population all at once, and this can also be monetized. A team of three, the team has one objective: to sign up a minimum of 20 members, 20 new recruits per team members, preparing our plans by help of using our SWOT analysis. Continue to form group on Facebook and continue to boost posts and community page. Promote an offline event as well as charity events at local nursery schools and old age homes on the Facebook page and the MMM Global web page, where people register to already see the impact MMM is having on the community to eradicate poverty and bring about a financial revolution. Thailand's culture depends face-to-face approach and official setup would be most ideal for the strategy. Eyes on strength and opportunity and be aware of the threats and weaknesses. Should have a weak awareness program in Thailand for the promotion of MMM. Clear our intention to visit Thailand. Hence, we'll make inquiries about accommodation, local transport and other logistics before leaving for Thailand. We would engage the service of a protocol officer who will act as our tour guide in major cities where we tend to set up and carry out massive campaigns and promote MMM. The third one, on the team arrival at Thailand, we should secure an apartment for a period of stay. We will engage service of some local for interpretation for ease communication. A brief introduction of MMM to a government representative and our mission to the city. We shall engage the service of Uber transportation for movements for movements in and around the city. Carry out massive campaign, advertising, printing of banners, MMM t-shirts, flyers, radio, jingles, banded face cap, shirts, jota MMM history. Provision of foods and drink will be made. Photographs and videos will be taken in different groups. Prospective objective shall be students and adults. Security. This is the main important aspect of the program. We shall engage our service of the security personnel for the safety of lives and property during the awareness campaign. Targeted participants per week. Minutes of $50 per participant to be equivalent to $50 times 315 participants, which is equals to $15,000. Plan of action. 3 will inform and knowledgeable members of Group 32 Circle 7 Batch 2017-06-09 MMM Guidance School are to introduce MMM to tie with the following objective: creation of social media pages like MMM Thailand or on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. MMM in Thailand. Hosting of seminars in Thailand on the capital states and major cities. Seminars will be conducted twice a week with an estimated audience target of 300 people. Banners, handbill, poster, and souvenirs and other promotional materials will be used. The final number 1, we have traveling logistics, which is the traveling document, transportation, and to and fro of Thailand. About $10,000. Secure residential apartments, base of operation $6,000. Employ an interpreter and connect to Thai social group and media network. That's $70. For mobility, movement in Thailand, $2,000. Payment of production of promotional materials like flyers, poster, banners, t-shirts for $4,500. The team should locate TV, radio station for advertisement and awareness about MMM ideology. That will cost $4,000. The team will sponsor some charity function like funding a less privileged outfit, orphanage and motherless home, courtesy MMM Thailand. That will go for $4,000. Seminars and official launching of MMM Thailand, $2,000. Team manage response from citizen tagged train not more than 315 citizens with deposits of not more than that's $15,750. Miscellaneous goes for $. So everything in total is $50,000 of 3 people with minimum of 20 registration per team member daily. We will achieve 60 registration per day, which will turn into 420 to 560 registration in 7 days. A week has passed. You are foreman. The average contribution of the participants to the structure is around $300 under the registration of MMM Global in most provide 30% growth in terms of participants' payment. Starting with the first contribution, your task is to calculate how many new members and contribution you have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payment. The old participants write down of action for the next 3 weeks under the above condition stated. Point out the resource you need and how you are going to use them, the number of new participants and money raised during this program, during this period, what extra costs you have, and how to attract them. Calculation for old participants. It was one that we have finalized the initial setup and first stage of MMM Thailand system. It is time to map out our next action for the month. For the first 4 weeks, there would be no payments because the Mavro will be frozen by then. If we have a 50% increase in registration, first week 560 participants, second week 120 participants, third week 1,680 participants. So for calculation, the contribution and the total contribution for 1 week will be $300 times 560 participants, which gives $60. We have 3,000 times 120 participants, which gives a sum of 336,000 US dollar. Week 3, $300 times 1,680 participants will give a total sum of $4,000. And the fourth week, $300 times 2,240 participants will give a total sum of 6,000, which the total will give 1,680,000. For us to contribute and be able to participants, we must continuously register till old participants get paid. Once the old participants receive their money plus up again and help sell the MMM ideology to the populace, making our job easier. It is assumed that growth will remain constant at 50% for another 1 week. We read more support materials like T-shirts for newly registered members during seminar that must hold at least 1 week at least once every week. This will cost money, and for us to tackle that, we would have to inject the money we will get from referral. Task 3. A month has passed. You are 300. A month has passed. You are 100. The same plan for other months on the basis of the results of previous calculation, taking into account the dynamic of growth the number of new participants and contribution for the next 4 weeks, 15 minutes. So the first week, we have a total sum up of $229,600 using 30%, calculating the 30% of the money the participants use with the number of people together, their bonus and the referral bonus calculated. So I will just go into saying the sum total. So for the second week, we have the sum total of $459,200. For the third week, we have 688,000 for $8,800. For the fourth week, we have $918,400. So in grand total, the all sum up of the money is 2,296,000. The weekly contribution for the second month will now be as follows, with average contribution of $300 and 50% growth. For the first week, we will be summing the money with the number of participants that are there. So I will be saying the total. We have a total amount of 36 63,200 $3,588,300. The grand total is now now with 3,588,300 PH for at least 11,961 participants, $300 each. For the 11,961 participants to be paid their 30% Mavro growth and $20 registration bonus. The following has to be considered. Number one, $1,063,200 for the payment of the 30% for the 11,961 participants at $92,200 for the payment of $20 registration bonus to the 11,960 participants. Considering the Mavro growth and bonus and registration bonus and of $4,540,180 has to be generated by the system to be able to pay up the 11,961 participants. So mathematically, assuming 5,980 participants get help and re-PH regularly, that's a total of $1,794,300. That is 5,981 participants times $300, which gives $1,794,300. 30% of the $300 PH from the 11,961 participants. This one participants will give $538 to $290. $20 bonus for 590.81 participants will be equal to 119,624. The total amount for the GH of 5,981 participants will be the addition of Mavro growth, and the bonus will now be equal to $3,455,400. Assuming the 5,981 participants reach GH with holding their reward and bonus, $794,300 will be added to the treasury of the remaining $132,900, making it a total of $1,927,200, which will be enough for the next 5,981 participants to GH. But if there was no re-PH from the 5,981 participants, we shall be to make sure that there will be an additional income of $956,880 to be added to the $1,315,590 left over. To balance it, $956,880 for the next 5,981 participants. Therefore, we would endeavor to register additional 3,000 to 3,500 participants to the system in 1 week to provide the minimum of 956 $888 at an average cycle. So the system remains functional once the cycle of regular GH, PH, and re-PHing remains. Task 4. After 2 months, you have After 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposits that now you can calculate what you need to organize within the next month. A week after the start of the month, there is the local holiday in Thailand, which is celebrated during the week. In this period, the activities of the registration falls by 75%, making a plan of action for a month. What resource and how you would use them, and amount to contribute, and participants for the development of the system. Third month projection with growth rate initially at 50% and a drastic drop by 75%. Week First week contribution $300 times 17,900 gives a sum total of $5,382,600. Second week we have $300 times 4,485 participants to give total sum up of $1,345,500. The third week we have $336,300. The fourth week we have 84,000. So the sum total, the grand total for it is 7,448,400. Applying 30% growth rate, $20 registration bonus and referral bonus for this month. The payout for the 30%, the first week will be sum total of $7,535,640. Second week we have $1,883,700. The third week we have $470,820. The fourth week we have 117,600. The grand total is $10,007,660. With the recent development, which involves the holiday activity, registration has dropped drastically to 75%. The following measure would be implemented. Number one, pause mode. With this, all the contribution will be divided into two quadrilaterally. Before and after the announcement of the pause mode. Hello? Okay. Number two, sorry for the break in transmission network. Number two, we will the MAVRO, depending when the pause mode is lifted and registration activity resume properly. Number three, for any GH request by the participants at this period, some calculations will be used, which is current pH minus total pH times X. X is depending on the available funds. When X is a coefficient determined by the team. Number 4, we will delay the matching of provide help requests. Okay. Okay. We will delay the matching of the provide PH request a bit in order to balance the GH request based on the current calculation. The defrost day of Mavro will be extended to at least 1 week even after the payment has been made to enable the team keep the system running. Task 5. Your plan did not work out. You do not have enough new registration and new deposits to cover the cost of the current deposits. It is necessary to analyze the plan of action in this situation. What are the results? How many participants contribution, etc. needed to get this situation resolved? Due to lack of funds, there are delays in payments. The old participants seeing that neither make their own contribution nor attracts new members. Now, we don't have the right number of new participants to register and contribute to cover the previous contribution. As a result of our failed plan, the following actions will comes to be. Number 1, go back to draw in board and establish what when was. How many participants and contributions we need to stay afloat. The needed resources and tools to help us get back in operation. Start all over again from the beginning and avoid future. After this, the next line of action is to engage in the following to save Thailand from restarting and balance up our weakness in the previous month and also stabilize the system. Number 1, teach them ideology all over again and claim their fears. Training of more guidance for Thailand would be useful. Introduction and strong promotion of the use of Bitcoin as to allow the funds of community to augment the system in Thailand. And being a Bitcoin attracts a 50% interest, it would be another form of motivating the participants. Testimony videos
Hello? Isola, are you still there? Mentor, maybe it's the network. Ah, bon.
Abisola, Bisola, can anyone hear me?
Hello, Mentor.
What's the problem? You said maybe it's network.
Yeah. I think maybe
Can
network is
you
not good. Can
continue
I
from
continue?
where she stopped?
Okay, I can continue from there.
See, I want you to try as much as you can to round up the presentation fast, please.
Okay, ma.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Please try and round up. Just give me conclusion, I beg. The presentation has taken too much time. Thank you.
Okay. Um, I'm in tax 6 now. During this month, delay in payment increased to 7 days. Fire activity almost reduced to zero. The old member do not attract anyone and do not make contribution to. In virtue of this situation, a pause mode is implemented, in which all the old Mavros are frozen and will be available for withdrawal when the situation will right itself. New deposit group as per old condition, open bracket, are not frozen and available as usual, close bracket. Make your plan of action for another month. With respect to the recent development, as pause mode will be activated, old Mavros will be frozen for and Mavro growth will cease, pending when the system is fully functional. We will create a YouTube. Hello, ma. Can you hear me? We will create a YouTube channel to broadcast videos of happiness and other MMM related videos. Since our plan are not working out, we will sensitize and explain to them what pause mode is all about and the reason for that. Though MMM personal office, we will also work hard to rebuild their trust in the community by educating them on past experiences from other countries. We have to continue with the teachings of MMM ideology and work towards eradicating their fears and panic. That way, some people may start registering again and increase the number of participants we have at hand and also the available funds. Mavro will be reflected as Mavro in their PO as it is no longer growing and will stay that way for about 92 hours after the request to provide help have been made. Whereas Mavro 30% will be frozen for about 3 weeks. More guiders and leaders from Thailand, an increase of referral bonus to about 50% will be useful. So as to bonus for testimonial videos to about 7%. And this will continue as far as the pause mode is active and if community is restored back to its former glory, the pause mode will be lifted and all the change and increment will be reverted back to what it used to be. Third, complete transparency of MMM will also go a long way in reversing the community back to full functionality. We try to understand that MMM is a community of the people, by the people, and for the people. By engaging in seminars and presentations daily to the end of month. We will also carry out an intensive sensitization on how MMM works and the importance of constant pH and GH for the growth of the system and the community at large. Final task, that is task 7. Your efforts have been insufficient to reverse the situation. A restart took place. All the old Marlboro are removed. Start to work from the beginning. Serious negative impact of the member and unfavorable response. One or two negative articles in the mass media, and you have to make a fresh start in such condition. Draw out a plan of action under specified condition for a month. Plan of action for 1 month. Below is the 4-week plan to revive the MMM platform after a restart took place. Week 1, introduction of outline of reputation management. That is ORM. Week 2, rigorous awareness, non-stop seminars and presentation. Week 3, concept of Bitcoin and also increase the Marvel growth to compensate them. So,
Hello.
hello.
Is the mentor there?
Yeah. I've took over. Raphael is Raphael speaking. Week 4.
Hello. Okay.
Sourcing help from other countries through testimonial video and also promote MMM Thailand through social group and media. The response he does. To use the same mass media to explain the situation and what a restart then means. Also need to explain what happened to their money. That is where you remind about warning they were given before joining. Secondly, marketing. Third, show the history and experience of other countries that had a restart. The next one, evaluation. We have ignored risk. Managers and guiders must ensure they are not carried away with many bonuses at the expense of transparent imparting the real ideology of MMM. Consult leaders in countries where it happens and learn from them. Honestly inform people about the risk in MMM. People get motivated once they start seeing that MMM pays. Being a manager again is very important. So all these are the response to Tax 7. Now, tools used and knowledge acquired. First, an 8-man team with a registration target of at least 10 people daily. Second, a high-speed internet for communication, training, and advertising of MMM ideology. Training of people on MMM ideology, how MMM works, benefit and rules of MMM, and how to navigate the MMM official website. With the following